Hello everybody, this is Milesluigi welcoming you to the very first Digressing Mario Kart 8 because this game is awesome and deserves a lot of in-depth commentary. To help me along today, I have actually brought together a special guest. You may know him and love him, but in case you don't know him, I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello everyone, it's Yoshi.
This is my rival from Mario Kart 7, soon to be rival from Mario Kart 8. But given that this is the first Digressing Mario Kart 8, I kind of want to explain what this series is all about, what you can expect from it. I loved Mario Kart 7, and the thing is, with Mario Karts, you may not necessarily become a parent in this, you may not necessarily see this game from the competitive point of view, because you're like, oh, this is Mario Kart. This is where you just rack at each other with Koopa shells, and it's a luck-based game. And yes, there's definitely luck bases to this, but there's also definitely competitive. This is what you do to more consistently win in this game, and that's what I'm interested in. I'm not quite playing online yet because I still need to get used to all these tracks, but you can definitely expect to see a lot of theory and psychology behind how Mario Kart 8 works.
Yeah, and this game is basically Mario Kart 7 HD. There's a lot similar.
I've definitely noticed that, and that helps me a lot because my main Mario Kart experience was Mario Kart 7. I never experienced Mario Kart Wii. Well, I played it a little bit way after the fact, but nowadays you can't even play Mario Kart Wii online anymore. The service is down.
There's a new server that the hackers made. So there is still some activity. I actually got on once on the 20th to check it out.
Oh. I did not know that even existed, but I guess as a first topic, I want to do some comparisons between 8 and 7, and I guess one big thing that really stood out to me is the different role red shells are going to be playing in Mario Kart 8, and this simply goes to the fact that there's a coin item in this game. There's a coin item in this game.
And
you
blue
see,
shell.
there's
a coin item and not being able to hold two items. So you're in
not
first,
being able to
you
pull
can't
two
really
items,
double
yeah.
protect yourself. Even though there's the super horn, it's pretty rare. So I think I've only used the super horn to stop the blue shell about 3 times so far, and I've played about 20 hours.
You're way ahead of me on that account, but yeah. A, you can't pull items behind you. B, you have the coin item, which means right now I'm in first. I actually pulled a red shell in first out of all things. I'm looking at my mini-map. I'm not too far ahead right now, but basically, if I don't want to get nailed with a red shell, I hold this thing out, and that's definitely a stark contrast between this and 7. In 7, your items in first were basically mushroom, I want to say the Koopa shell, leaf, and banana. Am I missing any? I don't think I am.
Yeah, it's pretty much in Banana Bunch.
Oh,
Banana
yeah,
Bunch you really don't get in first unless you're on Frantic.
Okay. But all of those decently protect you from a red shell, with exception being to the mushroom. But what do you use a mushroom for if you get hit with a nailed red shell with? Yeah, accelerate right again. Wait. So it was basically, if you're in first place in Mario Kart 7, red shells weren't an issue. And I definitely see this game, and you can confirm this because you have played on Juan Yoshi, that red shells are a bigger threat in this game.
Yeah, and even green shells. They ricochet a lot, and they can get you from the side pretty easily.
Oh wow, that's not even something that I even considered. Thankfully I won first place. I'm trying to triple star the Star Cup right now, and I've been having great difficulties in doing that so far. In particular, this next track that I want going on, this is the one that's been giving me the most difficulty, Dolphin Shoals. Big underwater track. I actually have to wonder if my kart just sucks underwater. I don't know yet. One thing that you guys may not be aware of, this was definitely true in Mario Kart 7, and pretty much, thanks to Yoshi, I can confirm this is true in Mario Kart 8. Karts have a water speed stat that is not visible to you and is hidden, and it seems like that stat is random in Mario Kart 7, at least from my experience.
Yeah, there's now 7 weight classes because there's way more characters. So the actual kart parts don't change the stats as much. It's mostly about what character you pick. So the effects of the water speed isn't a huge. In Mario Kart 7, it could change by like 2 out of 6 depending what you picked. Here on most it's like 0.5 to 1.
Oh.
So it's a factor, but I don't think it's as big a deal.
Oh. Okay, I did not know that. Whew. I'm getting pretty roasted here right now.
So online is just why everyone's really using Bowser, Wario, and Morton for the time being. Their base speed is 4.75, which is really high compared to Mario Kart 7. And like Koopa Troopas has only 2.75, and the babies have 2.25, which is pretty low.
Oh yeah. Now, one thing that I definitely knew about Mario Kart Wii's online is once it finally got to a more competitive scene, pretty much everyone played as Funky Kong because you had that +6 modifier in speed, and you also had a move where you could pretty much go from standstill to full speed pretty quickly. So as a result,
yes,
the
that
acceleration
standstill
stat
was pretty broken.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing that they had removed in 7.
The acceleration stat wasn't really all that terribly useful. I mean, certainly it had sub-use, but you could reasonably recover whether you were driving a big old fart or a speedy little bugger in terms of acceleration.
Well, the fast accelerating carts still recover faster, but it certainly midgetated that low acceleration. Made it broken.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious seeing, we'll review this video like 6 months down the road, and we'll see exactly how well balanced this game is in terms of the speed versus acceleration stat, because the two usually contend with each other. You either have to have a high acceleration or high speed. And I could definitely tell from my own experience, in Mario Kart 7, acceleration was the way to go, because you really didn't have a way to mitigate a bad top speed other than pull it in the front and hope you don't get nailed by a blue shell. Of all the races I played online in Mario Kart 7 where I was actually using a top speed card instead, it was more Gambit. Whereas if I was playing as a high acceleration card, I felt like I won more often by virtue of it, while being Mario Karts, and you're able to recover more easily when you have a better acceleration stat.
Yeah, I kind of stopped playing 7 in 2012 since I didn't enjoy it that much, but I guess competitively a lot of people use B-Dasher and some type of monster tire because its high off-road helped in a couple of shortcuts. So I think top speed ended up being most important competitively. But I think this time acceleration will definitely be a big factor. And there won't be any trend away from acceleration.
Well, I'm off to an awful start. One thing that I'm a little bit confused about, and one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you around, Yoshi, it's to my understanding this game has a different way of distributing items. It's not entirely based on just rank anymore. And you tried to explain it to me, and I kind of understand it, but I feel like you're better to explain it than I would be.
Yes, maybe we'll see in this race. It's more, it seems to be more based on a distance from first place, more on your actual position. So like you're in second right now. Got Toad.
I got Toad, so I pulled into first.
If you're way behind Toad and it's the final lap, you should probably start getting mushrooms or even triple mushrooms. So this has happened many times online for me, where if someone in first place says me I should run away the whole race, I just get mushrooms, triple mushrooms, and I almost catch up to them, but not quite. And
but as you were
third place
saying,
to get bullet bills if it gets bad. The game's trying to balance out people running away with first place.
Yeah, and that was what you're trying to get at. People in second place can theoretically start getting some of the monstrous items if first place has really started to pull forward.
Yeah. And yeah, I've seen them with the computer players too, if I'm way ahead.
Right now, I'm actually trying to look down at my map. I'm not super far ahead, but I'm decently far ahead. So
see if they get triple mushrooms, one or third or fourth.
Third, fourth, they both got single mushrooms. Just as you said that, third and fourth both had single mushrooms. So
that sounds pretty normal.
Third has a green shell, so
sometimes it doesn't happen, but I've seen second get triple.
Oh, second just got triple, as you mentioned that. So I have to hope Toad doesn't pull ahead of me here because there's a shortcut at the end of this race.
CPU only take the grass shortcuts or goopy black math.
I might have lucked out there, you're saying. Okay. But it's something I definitely noticed as well, because one race, and this is just from the single player so far, I did actually pull triple red shells in second place, and I just thought to myself, you don't pull triple red shells in second place, whoa.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest That might be a bigger friend than Blue Shell online. I've had just today I had a couple races lost because Blue Shell destroys my shield and then triple red shells. And then I get green shelled and then a star. All
there
that
we go,
fun
final
stuff.
race. But I guess just as one other concluding topic, I wanted to bring up probably what was one of my favorite races in Mario Kart 7. It was on the really broken track. It's the 3-lap trap, Maka Woohoo, I think it's called,
Yeah.
where it had the bad exploits where you could skip from lap 1 to lap 3.
That got patched eventually, but still,
It did
those
get
were
patched.
bad courses. I didn't like those Woohoo courses at all.
There's this one time, I'm not certain if you were with me or not on it, Wayoshi, but someone pulled a blue shell and everyone was clustered together and everyone braked. And at the time that happened, I was in last place, but I had a bullet bill. So I just pulled ahead of everyone with the bullet bill. And then I was in first place with the bullet bill.
Did you get blue shelled or did the bullet bill?
The blue shell was thrown at me, but then I used the bullet bill and the blue
Oh, you had the
bill
bullet bill,
protected
I
me
see.
from the blue shell. And it was just at the end of the race, and I ended up winning, and I just love that.
So in Mario Kart 7, the blue shell toppled you over twice in a random direction, and it was really annoying to recover from. So that's why people started being afraid. In this game, it's much more toned down. You flip over once, and I think it's still random direction, but not as sharp at all. So I haven't really seen anyone doing that strategy. Yeah,
You haven't been seeing too many people breaking for the blue shell?
I haven't seen it at all, honestly. And I haven't been doing
Okay.
it. Because if you're way ahead, you can usually take one. It's when there's two in a race that you may not be able to take it. But one blue shell isn't going to kill you anymore if you're way ahead.
We'll see about that. Hope you don't mind. I'm going to be silent. I'm going to see if I can finally get triple stars here.
You should be able to. Triple reds. Oh, boomerang. Uh-oh. It looks like he's done using it.
I got
There we
this.
go.
I got this. Little backstory. This is like the 9th time I've tried to this cup to get triple stars on it. I finally do it once I have someone actually watching me. Oh, hi.
Yeah, there's
Yoshi.
me.
Okay. Oh, wow. I guess that'll be our first digressing Mario Kart 8 as this game begins to unfold more and we begin to understand it a little bit better. This is definitely a series I want to do on my channel where we really actually do go a bit more in depth on things. This was just kind of a icing on the cake. Yay,
Yep.
I did it. So,
Very early on, things could change.
oh, definitely. I mean, Nintendo could patch it and then now the blue shell tumbles you over twice. Who knows?
What is that stupid DLC Mercedes thing?
More DLC, but what if they actually release DLC tracks? I'm
I hope
instantly
so.
buying that.
It's just
Everyone
something
does.
more than a corporate sponsorship, I hope.
Yeah, I hope. But regardless, the only thing I didn't cover is my current setup. I love the way the standard bikes feels. I just love it, and I have no justification for me using it other than I like the way it feels. Before we end this episode off, let's see what I unlocked. I unlocked a Mr. Scooty. It's a scooter.
So that has
It's-
very high acceleration.
Holy cow. This little buzzer has not much speed though.
Yeah, it's the same as the Bitty Buggy. And yeah,
Yeah, I kind of like how it looks though. But in either case, join us for the next Digressing Mario Kart, everyone. Thank you again, Wayoshi, for joining me and explaining some things, okay?
you're welcome.
See you all next time.
Goodbye.